Muslim is what the Muslims claim that he said, but they don't have his book. How anyone can memorize all those hadith of somebody said them? Like imagine I am talking to you for 2 hours, and then after 2 hours I say to you, tell me everything I said. It's impossible. So how this person remember word by word? And al-Bukhari himself, who was not in the time of Muhammad, Uthman himself, according to Muslims, he burned the Quran. Okay, if the Quran is preserved, he was burning what? If there was Quran in the time of Uthman, and Uthman he burned the Quran, he was burning the Quran for what reason? To do barbecue. Once there was a crazy guy, suppose he's a Christian, he wanted to burn the Quran, which I don't agree with. I mean, why you want to burn it? Let us laugh at it. The Muslim, they went so crazy. Allahu Akbar. It is you who the first one who burned the Quran. Isn't it Uthman who burned the Quran? Question why he burned it. If it's all the same book, there is no way he will burn it. But because each Quran was different Quran, that is the truth. Have you ever heard of a Christian burning the Bible? Have you ever heard of Paul saying burn those verses, or John saying burn those chapters? And what this is crazy. This is silly and this is stupid, right? So Islam, it's not a religion. Islam is a Abdulism cult. It's to be a slave. It's a cult of slavery. That's why I call it Abdulism. So you say you agree to be a slave of Allah, and by being a slave of Allah, you are a slave of Muhammad. It is a cult of slavery. And you know, always when a Muhammadan from the cult of Abdulism, he come to us and say, we don't obey anyone save Allah. I mean, why you are a liar? All your Islam coming to you from one man, and the Quran says it clearly that the one who don't obey the Prophet of Allah, he is not even a Muslim. He is not a Muslim. And we can show you tons of verses saying that. وَإِن تُطِيعُوهُ تَهْتَدُوا. Let us see this one. Hold on. Let's get this verse. Chapter 24, verse number 54. What a disaster. What a disaster. How this can be from God? Read the translation and laugh. If you obey him, you shall be in the right guidance, which means if you don't obey him, you are going to go to hell. Obey whom? Who? Muhammad. That's why it says him in a small letter, not big. Obey Allah and obey the messenger. In different verses it says obey the messenger. He who obey the messenger, he obey Allah. Even Muhammad, he make a verse in the Quran saying don't even dare to raise your voice in the front of the Prophet, which means you, all of you, You have no voice. Have you ever heard of a cult like this? This guy is God on earth. He took over. He used Allah as a name to control. Let us see this one. Sometimes, you know, like you feel like, I mean, it's a shame that a human being is stupid. Do you need really to be genius to know that this is a cult? Look at this one. Oh, who you believe, rise not your voice above the voice of the prophet, nor speak aloud to him. Talk as you speak aloud to one another. What? Why? You cannot. Muhammad is God. So you cannot raise your voice and you cannot say your voice. For doing that, you are disrespecting God. Verily, those who lower their voices in the presence of Allah Messenger, they are the ones whose their heart Allah has tested for pity. For them forgiveness. So you go to Muhammad, Prophet of Allah, can I talk to you? If you do that, you are a wonderful person. You talk like a puppy in front of His Majesty Allah Muhammad. Have you ever heard of a cult like this before? Any Muslim can tell us? Why? What 1.8? You see, the funny that Muslim they lie and Christian they couple the lie and they repost. A Muslim he said in TV we are 1.8. Christian they copy and they say 1.8. The king of Jordan a few months ago he says 1.6. The Christian copy and say 1.6. A dummy stupid idiot he says a Muslim now they are 1.4 billion. A Christian he copy says 1.4 billion. The 2 weeks from now the Muslim will come we are 2 billion. A Christian will copy and say the Muslims are 2 billion but do not know. Who told you they are 2 billion or 1.8 billion and what? Where you get those numbers from? How in the world those numbers are exist? Are we copy paste the same as the Muslim, the Abdul? If we ask the Muslims, is the Shia Muslim? They will say no. Okay, here we go. We dump 700, 800 million. Is that the Rose Muslim? They know. Is the Ahmadiyya Muslims? No. Is the no? Is the Sufi Muslims? No. So who is left as a Muslim? Nobody. Don't be silly. Nobody knows. Nobody knows how many, because you know when they calculate numbers, those numbers is based what in population of a country. Okay, you are from Indonesia. They calculate everybody in Indonesia as a Muslim. But is that true? No. Same as all other countries. They calculate the members of the Islamic Council. There is an organization called the Islamic Council. Anyone is a member in it. They calculate all the population as Muslims. But Russia is a member in that. And the Muslims are not even 5% in Russia. And by the way, not only 1.8, as you say, 1.8 don't know. Even there's tons of Christians do not know too. Do you think Christians are not ignorant too, like this, like the Muslims? Go and start asking Christians, can you recite for me our Father art of heaven? You will see many of them, they are fake Christians. We don't calculate numbers, my friend. Numbers mean nothing. Numbers mean nothing. This is only stupid people, they speak about numbers. We are not counting zucchini. So don't be a foolish and don't speak of numbers. Christianity as a population, we are the biggest believe in this globe. But we will not be proud about numbers. We will be proud about the quality. about the really Christians. Can we consider Bill Clinton a Christian? No. Obama, he claimed he is a Christian. Can we count him as a Christian? No. Those actors, those artists, are they Christians? No. Are you proud about Tom Cruise? No. He is no Christian. So we are not, we don't want to be silly like the Muslims speak about numbers. This is only silly people speak in such a way. If you're trying to prove yourself because of numbers, well, atheists are big number too. That is silly. And take my advice, never copy what Muslims they calculate. Muslim calculation is always stupid. Even their God, he chose the wrong calendar. Now, as you see, you know, because Muslims are bankrupt, they try their best to convince you, and the way they convince you is very hilarious. Like when they try to say about Rebecca, she get married at the age of 3. I mean, who in the world want to believe that a man he marry a child at the age of 3? I mean, are you a donkey or what? I mean, at least make a lie, like make it 7, make it 8, make it 9. I mean, 3. Like, don't you think this is too much stupid? I have to convince my dad he did marry my mom before she was born. What is stupid? I mean, this is really stupid. At least if you want to come with a lie, I mean, learn how to lie from Obama, from Hillary Clinton, from those who work in politics. That's stupid. That's really totally dumb. Dumb, not dumb. That is dumb and dumb. When we show you the prophet he married from Aisha at the age of 6, obviously that is hurting your feeling. That's a good thing. But this is what it says in your books, and this is what Aisha is saying, not me. So don't go after me and says why you are saying that. But obviously it's hurting you, and I understand why it's hurting you. This is disgusting. A man at the age of 54, what he have to share with a child she is 6 years old? And then the Muslim, they say that the prophet, he saw a dream that he needed and he should marry Aisha. Why? Look like Islam cannot be established without Aisha. Aisha is the prophet, not Allah, Prophet Muhammad. When you say to me that Allah inspired him to marry, and not the Muslim, they say that, do you know how many hadith reported by Aisha? Yeah, I know how many. But are you proud about the hadith of Aisha? Hmm? If we start showing you what Aisha she said, suddenly you will say Aisha, she is not, this is not true. Hmm? This is a hadith of Aisha. I'm so proud about you, Aisha. The laundry of the prophet. Imagine Aisha at her time, she have a smartphone and she have Instagram account, and now she is posting Mayday, Mayday. One of the wives of the prophet, she put a dish under her vagina and now she is dripping a yellowish blood. This is Aisha. Is that Aisha or Christian Prince saying that? Is that an authentic hadith or fabricated hadith? It's Sahih Bukhari, it's authentic. And here you notice how trashy is the house of Muhammad and Muhammad, because a trashy man he married from a trashy woman. If this woman she is not a trashy, she will not go in public and tell what she put under, or someone else from her, the wives of Muhammad, what they put underneath of them, and your vagina is dripping. Thank God at that time there's no phone. She will take a selfie or video. My voice sometime loud. My voice is not good, guys. My voice not good? Let me put a dish under my mic. I think I see a yellowish. What is that? Exactly. Who need to know this? And why? What is our business with this? What our business with this? Why everybody in the world now need to know what's happening in the private part of Muhammad's wife? The prophet, he used to suck my tongue. Are you sure? Not something else? So if the prophet starts sucking something else, is Aisha going to say the prophet sucking my tongue? What else? What else, Aisha? Tell us more. Let us switch to the adult section channel. What is my business to tell me what your husband is doing with you? Why I need to know what the prophet was sucking on you and what you did suck in return, Aisha? When the prophet he sucked your tongue, what did you suck back? This is a prophet of God. This is a religion. Allah prophet, he marry Aisha because Allah inspire him. Yeah, so she get him busted and put the laundry out, and everybody see the madness. Aisha actually, she got Muhammad busted left and right. Actually, one of the hadith of Aisha, she said to Muhammad, "You claim to be a prophet. You claim what? That you are a prophet. What does that mean?" Aisha, she don't believe that Muhammad is a prophet. Otherwise, how she say to Muhammad, "You claim to be a prophet." The same as all the Arab, they say to Muhammad, "You claim to be a prophet," as you say. And then Aisha, she said the same. "You claim to be a prophet." It's very silly. It's very stupid. And you know, we cannot find any Muslim he can really say something right about his prophet. Do we have any Muhammadan in the text? He is saying something, any Abdulism? What about this hadith? The prophet saying, anyone he is proud about his inheritance in the pre-Islamic era, tell him to go and buy the private part of his father. I'm just being polite not to say the word. You know the word. And look, the Muslims in their false translation, they say that the prophet says, tell him to go and bite and go and bite him. Bite him. The prophet, he says to you Muslims, if somebody is proud, go bite him. I mean, how even you come with this translation? Are you stupid or what? You're a prophet, he said, go and bite him. Why? He was a leader of a bunch of dogs. Do you Muslims really in the time of Muhammad you bite people? So in order to fabricate the translation, they cannot get away from bite him. But bite him what? Bite his. Tell him to go and bite his father private part. Not bite him. And if we take it according to the Muslim translation, it is stupid, because this Muhammad was a leader of dogs streets, or street dogs. Well, go and bite him. Is that the jihad you do? The prophet, he used to go bite people. What bite him? I mean, do you Muslims even ask yourself how the prophet, he say go and bite him? He doesn't say that. It says tell him to go and bite the private part of your father. But because the second one is a shameful one, they choose to make it look nicer, so they bite him. Kunya is the last name, the one who is proud about his kunya. Don't call him, like, let's say my last name is whatever, Muhammad. So if you are proud about your last name from previously before Islam, because Muhammad, he was a change in the names of everyone around him. As an example, Jawriya, her name is not Jawriya. The slave girl who he kidnapped her from her family, and then he married her. This is not a name is given to her. This is a name he gave her. So he changed the name of people around him. The same, he changed his name. So if a person is proud about his last name, his heritage before Islam, tell him go and bite the private part of your father. That is the truth. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to stay longer with you. I might be away for maybe a few days. I will try to do live broadcast, if not tomorrow, the day after, if I can. But if not, a few days, give you a break from me. So don't be worried if I am not online. I'm going to be busy with some genie. It's good to see genie from time to time, you know. Where there's a genie in the ball, and there's a genie out of the ball, they will meet me. And there's a genie beside the ball, and genie behind the ball. And there's a genie who is proud about his last name. And I cannot say to him, go and bite your, otherwise you will beat the hell of me. So, we will meet with genie. And I hope the inspiration of Allah will come to me, and Jibreel will squeeze me, and I will come back to you with some mayonnaise. All right? Not genie, it's a Jibreel. What is the proof that Jibreel is not a genie? Prove it to me. Isn't it Muhammad says that the genie, his name is Al-Abyad. He came to him in the image of Jibreel. Hello? Muhammad says that when he received the satanic verses, he claimed that the genie shaitan is a shaitan, by the way, but not every genie is a shaitan, but shaitan is a genie, which means every shaitan is a genie, but not every genie is a shaitan. So a shaitan, but he's a genie. His name is the White. And why he was called the White? Because he come in the image of Jibreel. And he gave Muhammad satanic verses, and Muhammad, he thought this is Jibreel because first he is white, and in Islam, if you are white, you are an angel. Once the stupid Facebook, they gave me warning. Imagine how stupid Facebook is. A Muslim, he was saying, I was saying, the Islamic is a racist cult. They think everyone, the angel, he must be white. So the Muslim, he answered me back saying, have you ever heard of an angel is black? The Muslim says that. Have you ever heard of an angel he is black? Facebook, the stupid Facebook, they banned me for saying to him, are you stupid? Have you ever heard of an angel is white too? Who is the angel is white? What did you see an angel is white or black? So they assume, because this is their religion, Muhammad, he told them that Jibreel is white, the same as the Hil Kalbi, and even Shaitan, when he come to Muhammad, he come as an angel in the shape of an angel which is white, and even his name is Abyad. Abyad in Arabic means white. So the stupid Facebook, they ban me, not him. The Muslim is the one saying, have you ever heard of an angel being black? And I was refuting him. The stupid Facebook, they ban me. Welcome to the stupidity, the liberals. people of San Francisco. You know, they ban the one who is fighting racism, and they support the one who is being a racist. Hmm? Yeah, here we go. We have a black angel there. What color have to do with anything? You know, this is why Muhammad, he says, kill every black animal. اقتلوا كل أسود بهيم. Kill every pure black animal, and especially dogs. Have you ever heard of such a cult? Even the black stone, some of you might say, okay, the black stone, the Muslim, they kiss a black stone. How they are against the black, but yet they kiss. My friend, the black stone was whiter than milk. This is what the hadith says. The black stone was whiter than milk. So the Muslims are not kissing the black stone, they are kissing a white stone. And Muhammad, he said, and the sin made the stone black. So what Muhammad teaching the Muslims, that sin make you black. The more you sin, the more you have a darker skin. This is the teaching of Islam, which is absolutely false and stupid. There's millions of people who they are black, they will go to heaven, and millions of people who they are Asian will go to heaven, and millions of people who they are white, they will go to heaven. And the opposite, there's millions from the black, millions from the white, millions from the Asian, they will go to hell. What does this have to do with color? Since when? So even their stone is a sign of racism. Sin made the white stone of Allah black. And actually, if you remember, where Muhammad, he says that Allah, he created the black people, and he says, go to hell and I don't care. You remember the hadith, right? We show it many times. And he created the white people, and he says, go to heaven and I don't care. So according to the cult of Islam, the white are going to heaven, the black is going to go to hell. Chapter 27, verse number 82, it says clearly, if you read interpretation of Ibn Kathir, that the beast will come and he will hit everyone in his face and his nose, and then the believers will turn to be white and disbelievers will be black, and all the believer will be going to heaven, which means the heaven of Allah have zero black. Everybody will be totally white, and all those who go to hell, they will be black. So even there, black is a penalty in Islam. It's not a reward of God, for this is a very racist, stupid cult. What Jesus said, go and teach and preach the whole word. What Jesus said, for God loved the world, he sent his only begotten son. The word, not the white, not the black, not the Indian, not the Hindus, not all the words, no exception, all the way from the end to the end. You are Asian, you are Indonesian, you are white, you are black, you are yellow, you are blue, you are rainbow, I don't care. You are a child of God. That is a Christianity, my friend. Christ is for everybody. Always remember that racism, nothing good about it, and it is satanic. Those are ignorant. You know, they quote for them the last sermon of the prophet, but this is a fabricated sermon, where it says there is no difference between a black and white. Tell them where is the source? Is it Sahih? You see, the Muslims, they say about Sahih and Da'if non-stop. When it comes to a hadith, which is obviously rejected always, because now it fit with this time, they use it and they don't speak about it as weak. Can we find this hadith in al-Bukhari? No. Okay, what about Sahih Muslim? No. At-Tirmidhi? No. الدرامي no. Ibn Majah no. Okay, where we can find it? The same as the story where how many of you heard that there is a Jew used to piss in the door of the prophet? How many of you heard it? Okay, who is a Muslim want to show me where the story coming from? There is a Jew who used to piss every day in the door of the prophet, the brother. He pissed and threw garbage. Who is the Muslim want to show me the hadith? And then this guy who pissed every day in the door of the prophet became a Muslim. True story. Or what about the hadith that when they chased the prophet, a spider, he made a whip on the cave? Where we can find this story? Who want to show it to me, Muslims? So my friend, Islam is a fiction, a collection of fictions, and they use those fiction stories, fabricated stories, just to fool people. You know, just to tell you how those fictions they start. All of you heard that the Muslim, they say there's a guy, his name George Bernard Shaw. George Bernard Shaw, brother, he wrote, brother, in his book, brother, in page number 42 and volume number 8. What? There's no 8, there's no 42. What is that? That if the prophet, brother, was exist in our time, brother, he can solve all the problems of the world in 10 minutes, brother, while he's drinking his coffee. This is what George Bernard Shaw said. And then we look in the books of George Bernard Shaw, we find that this guy, he spoke negative about Islam, nothing positive, and never mentioned that. But now if you go and speak with the Muslim, he will say, did you know what George Bernard Shaw said? So this is how those fabricated stories, they come as bubbles. One, he made them, and then the rest, they spread them. And then we have a hadith. You see what hadith is? Hadith is a speech. So I create a lie, you carry the lie, you publish the lie, we spread the lie, and then became a truth. This is how it is. Anyway, I want to say, guys, thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you. I will try to do videos in the few days, coming days, but if not, don't miss much. Give you a break from me. All right. So because Muslim, they might say to you something happened to Christian Prince, blah 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 blah. Once I was serving in the army, so I was away for a few months. I came back, I found the Muslim, they have a chat room, it's called Celebrating the Death of a Christian Prince. Imagine they opened that room in the same day I came back. And I went to the admin in Paltalk. It's like, you know, YouTube. So to complain, I said, do you allow people to open our chat room like this, celebrating the death of somebody? He said, celebrating death of whom? I said, me. And the idiot, he says to me, are you saying you are alive? I said, what? I'm talking to him, my name in the chat is a Christian Prince, saying they are celebrating my death, and he is asking me, are you saying you're alive? I said, obviously, I think so. I said, ah, okay. I mean, this guy, he was really so fast. All right? Because I know, like, if you stay away for some time, they will fabricate a lie and they will make something happen to you. All right? So I might be away for a few days, maybe less, we will see. And we will miss you. All right? We'll keep you updated. And, you know, and by the way, I don't keep videos in my channel, as you know. But always to get the last updated video, you go to my Patreon page, and you will see, even if I delete the video will be found in my page there, because I just replaced the link, which means still the video will be found. So always, if you make a video here, you don't find it, you can get it from Patreon. And in Patreon, you do not need to subscribe. You do not even need to make a nickname. Just go to my page, you will see it. You do not need even to donate. All right? Don't donate, please. Because you know, some people think if they go there, it's mean they have to donate. My friend, my service is for everybody. Those who donate for us, we appreciate them, they support us, so we can do what we do. But my service is not for those who donate, it's for everybody. The Lord, he says, for free you took, For free you give, and we give for free. The same as those who they donate for me. They do as the Lord He said. So we do the good, for it is good to be done, not a service for those who have money, and those who don't, they are not welcome. We don't do that. So always you can go there, and you can click at the link. You can download the video, you can add subtitle, put it in your page, do whatever you wish. All right. So with my love to everybody, see you in a few days, and until then, we pray that all of us, we will be in the right in the right let us say direction, and nothing will disturb us in our life, and nothing will make us go away from what is right, and and forget what is life is about. Life is good if you use it for good, and life is ugly if you decide to make it ugly. So life is the same as a mirror. It's exactly a mirror. You do evil, evil will come back to you. As simple as that. If you think you can get away with your evil, you are making a big mistake. It's going to come back to you. If not today, tomorrow. So stay away from evil. Be good as God our Father, He said to us. Be holy as your Father. And God, He gave you all the equipment to know what is right, what's wrong. Even a human being, when he slaughter a chicken, he feels disgusted, even if it's a chicken. For God, He put inside us a special sense that shedding blood is ugly, killing is bad, violence is disgusting. Islam tried to promote the opposite. If you do violence, you do it only because you have to, like to defend yourself, not because you love to. Islam is the opposite. So thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and get the bless of Allah. Take care.